Next question is from Bobbert, and he asks, Net, what is love?
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt.
Now, if you want the truthful answer to that question, I'll tell you right now. Love is actually just a chemical in your brain that makes you do crazy things for a thing or a person or just something that you love. It's just how it goes. So when people say, oh, the love of my life has broken my heart, it's actually not your heart at all. It's all in your brain. So, sorry to burst your bubble, Padme.
You're breaking my heart.
What's up, Net Soldiers? I'm Net Alliance. Today I'm back with another Ask Net. If you guys have any questions for a future Ask Net video, make sure to leave those in the comments below, because today we actually have some questions you guys left in the last comment section of the last Ask Net. So, with that said, let's just jump right in. Also, remember to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that good stuff, and yeah. So let's jump into the first question. This one is from Gary Jones, and he says, Net, what's your favorite Star Wars novel? For me, I don't actually read a lot of books. I've always considered myself more of a writer and less of a reader. I've actually written tons of stories over the years and only got like a couple of things published, officially published, if you know what I mean. One of these days I'll actually put those out there, and I might tell all you guys about that. So if you guys want to actually see those, let me know. I might actually do that. But when it comes down to the actual Star Wars novels, I've only actually read like two, I think. I read two different novels when I was a kid. One was actually Star Wars Revenge of the Sith novel that I actually just reread like a year or two ago. I actually did a video on that, so if you want to check it out, it'll be up there. It's a pretty good video. Differences between the movie and the books. It's pretty interesting. And there's another one I read was actually like Count Dooku as a kid, and Qui-Gon as a kid too. Like it went through the different generations of the different characters and stuff, so I think that was pretty cool. But when it comes down to it, I probably gotta say that Revenge of the Sith is my favorite novel. Now when it comes to comic books, my favorite comic book series for Star Wars is the Star Wars Legacy ones. Those are great. I love those ones. I haven't read them for a while, and I want to get like back into those and reread them and maybe even do videos on those. So if you guys want to see those, let me know in the comments below. But there we go. Favorite novel is the Revenge of the Sith novel. But that's mostly because I don't read much, so yeah. Now, our next one is from the Scottish Warrior, and he says, who was your worst Jedi and Sith designs? Now, I actually did a video based around this comment recently, so if you want to check that out, it'll be linked up there as well. Pretty interesting video. It's not just the Jedi and Sith, though. I kind of just do any character, so good job, Scottish Warrior. Sometimes your random questions can actually warrant a full video, so there you go. Next one's from Gamer8817. He says, Net, would you rather go to the past or the future? Oh, that's a great question. What I would like to do, I think I would prefer to go to the past. It all depends on that future and past question, however, though. Like, am I taking myself now and going to the future, or am I going to the future and I'm like 40? You know what I mean? Or something like that. What I'd like to do is I'd like to go back to the past. If it went down to like my age changes too. So like if I went back to the past and I went back to when I was like 5, I don't know. There's something about that. I like the idea of starting life over with everything I know now. Because essentially what you could do is you could do any type of event, anything that's ever happened to you in life, you could see it coming almost, and maybe you could prevent it, or you could actually take precautions to make sure that that event ends better than you remember. It's pretty interesting. It's a different type of idea, and definitely a deeper question I'm used to. But I'd probably do that. I'd like to restart life as like a kindergartner from back then, right? So I'll jump back then with all the knowledge I know now. Like, oh my lord, I could just do anything. As soon as YouTube launched, I'd make my Net Alliance channel right away. Imagine like how many millions of subscribers I'd have. It'd be crazy, but you just never know. Maybe even get some lottery numbers and stuff throughout the years and just head back in the past and be like, hey, mom, dad, play this, you know what I mean? It'd be a lot of different stuff. There's definitely different type of things I need to hit in my life to be able to do that, like mile markers and stuff like that. Specifically, I know when me and Net wife get together, you know, we got together when I was 15 in high school, so yeah, it's been a while. So I know that's when I meet her, so I know I want to hit that milestone. I know when I meet some of my best friends, you know, around the same time, so I know when I want to hit that milestone, or maybe I want to hit that milestone earlier. So there's a lot of different things that would be really cool to do. Use my knowledge that I know of now to use that to my advantage in the past. So it's pretty cool. So this is actually a deeper question. I'm actually curious to hear your guys' comments on this. What would you guys do if you could? Would you go in the future? Would you go in the past? Would you change anything if you go in the past? Or are you happy with where you're at and you want to stay like this? Let me know in the comments below. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Next question is from Star Wars 74RO365. And he says, Net, how would you fix Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, and Episode 2, Attack of the Clones? So now this is a video topic that I have gotten suggested so many times, and I wanted to do it for the longest time. I just haven't got a chance to do it. So I do plan on doing it soon. I don't know when, but I do plan on doing it. For right now, a big thing I would probably change is I would move Episode 2, Attack the Clones, would be Episode 1. And in that movie, we would have flashbacks to like different parts that are like important. Like maybe Qui-Gon's death, Anakin being found, Anakin saying bye to his mother. And then the second one would really just, Attack of the Clones essentially would be the first movie. And then there'd be a Clone Wars during base where we actually see Anakin kind of more influencing by the dark side, more stuff really pushing him towards there. And then the third movie would still be Revenge of the Sith, and I think that would be a much more clever take and stuff like that. I want to do a video on this, so I plan on doing that soon. So that's a good suggestion there, Star Wars. Next question is from Rosh Lynch, and he asks, Net, who is your favorite Jurassic Park character? I gotta say, like, ever since I was a kid, like Jurassic Park and Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, those three like franchises were like my childhood. So when it comes down to it, I have my favorite characters, I have my least favorite characters, but out of all the Jurassic Park movies, I do like Owen, the new guy who came in with the Jurassic World, played by Chris Pratt. I do like him. Ultimately, when it comes down to it, the very best Jurassic Park character is probably Alan Grant from the Jurassic Park 1 and 3. So he's just been my favorite character. Whenever me and my friends would play Jurassic Park outside, I'd always be Alan Grant, you know? So there you go. Kind of like when me and my friends would play Star Wars outside, I'd always be Qui-Gon, you know? Or I might be Anakin Episode 3, something like that. Or if we played Lord of the Rings outside, I'd be Legolas, you know what I mean? Because Legolas is the bomb. Next question is from Darth Vader, and he asks, Net, can you dance? Can I dance? Can I dance? Check out these funky fresh moves. One final thing, because I know you guys love it. Ready? Oh!
Damn!
Oh! Next question is from Shadow51. He says, Net Alliance, what do you think is better in a duel? Force skills or lightsaber skills? It's both of those working together to make a very powerful Force user, or lightsaber wielder, or Jedi or Sith, whatever you want to say. And that's one of the coolest things about the Jedi and Sith is they can actually use the lightsaber and the Force to complement each other to do what they gotta do. But when it comes down to it in a small space, when it comes to lightsaber versus Force, I'd probably have to choose the lightsaber due to the fact that when you're fighting someone, you need to be able to defend yourself against them. If you're really powerful in the Force and they're not, that's good too. But if they are really powerful in the Force, same with you, you're gonna have some problems. You know what I mean? Because you have to be able to rely on that lightsaber to be able to defeat your enemy. So it all comes down to how good of a lightsaber duelist you are, as well as your Force abilities. But I would say it is a little more important to be able to be good with a lightsaber to handle lightsaber enemies. But I guess it changes depending on the scenario, but I would say lightsaber overall. This next one's from Supreme Commander, the General Grievous, and he says, why are you the best YouTuber? You know? Some guys are just born with it. That's just how it goes. Next question is from Star Wars Topic, and he asks, will you make a second channel, maybe a gaming channel? I actually do have a gaming channel. I haven't posted anything to it, and I don't know if I'm going to. I might actually change it into something else. But if you guys want to subscribe to that, there's actually gonna be a link in the description below. I'll leave it there, so go ahead and subscribe. Nothing on the channel, but hey, something might pop up one day. Our next question is from Daniel Hales, and he asks, do you think that Disney might want to hide Rey's identity by making Kylo lose his arm because biologically he is a Skywalker / Solo? See, now that's a good question. You know, when it comes down to it, the idea of Rey losing her arm is something that's kind of like controversial in my mind. And the reason for that is because Although I don't really want Rey to lose her arm, I'm kind of gonna be disappointed if she doesn't. And of course there's different reasons for why I like it and why I don't like it, but the biggest reason for me is personally because it's just kind of a thing that happens. It's essentially like the passing of the torch to the next Skywalker. You just have to lose your arm. I also thought that perhaps Rey will lose more than just her arm in a way as well. What I mean by this is if you think about it, Luke kind of lost his hand from right here. Anakin lost his arm from right there. I think Rey might actually lose her entire arm. I'm not thinking it's gonna get cut off with a lightsaber though. I think that her arm might be blown up at some point. Maybe using the Force to hold something there and an explosion goes off and blows off her arm. I think that would be really interesting if they did it that way. Because personally, I think it'd be cool to see Rey with a robotic arm, like her entire arm just cybernetic and stuff. I think that'd be cool. But on the other hand, I could also see Kylo Ren having the robotic arm too. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see for the movie. And although when it comes down to it, I would have to say that if Kylo or Rey don't lose their arm, I'll be a little disappointed. But if they do, I'll kind of be happy, but I'll also kind of be sad for the character too. So I don't know, it's very interesting. And quite frankly, I think it's pretty funny that this is a debated topic. Will they actually lose their arm? Won't they? You know, compared to some of the bigger issues. This is one of the biggest issues when it comes to it. So let's see. This one's from Soleil Faye, and he says, Net, can you do a face reveal? Also, what is your favorite Star Wars vehicle? You want me to do a face reveal? Okay, fine. I'll finally reveal my true face. Are you ready? Here it comes. That's right. This entire time, I was actually Darth Vader. Ha 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 ha. Actually, I'm just kidding. Truth, I am actually Kylo Ren. Haha, look at this. Oh, I'm so pretty with my hair. Cool and stuff. Aren't I? Aren't I edgy? I'm so edgy. Truth be told, this isn't my actual look. I'm actually JK. There's only one Net, baby, and that's me. Our next question is from R5 Spider-Man, and he has, Net, who's your favorite Avenger in the MCU? When it comes down to it, I'm all Captain America, baby. I actually got a Captain America costume and everything, so he's my number one. So there you go, guys. That is your Ask Net for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said in the beginning of the video, if you have any questions for me for the next Ask Net, let me know in the comments below. Please remember to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more Star Wars videos. And until next time, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.